Have you ever dreamed of having your very own solar system? Well, I'm about to tell you the steps that you can take to create one for yourself. Hey everybody, Dave here. Today we're going to learn how solar systems form step by step, starting with step number 1. Find yourself a nebula, a cloud of gas and dust. Preferably full of hydrogen and helium gas, and all the matter that makes up the other objects in our solar system. And you're going to need a lot of it. These things are big. This image of the Carina Nebula is one of thousands you can find on NASA and the ESA's website, and it was taken by the Hubble Space Telescope and is 230 light years across, meaning in a spaceship traveling the speed of light, it'll take you 230 years to get from one side to the other. Step 2. Find yourself a nearby supernova. An exploding star. This can help get the ball rolling and start that nebula collapsing, getting the gas and dust to start sticking together, otherwise known as accretion, which would look like tiny drops of water getting bigger and bigger over time. Only in a nebula, it's gas and dust that's doing this, and are ultimately going to become planets. On asteroids in our solar system, scientists have found isotopes, very specific types of matter, that they think can only be formed during supernovas, which led us to think that maybe this is how our solar system started to form. And we have photos of supernovas. They're beautiful and destructive. Like my kids. Step 3. Let gravity do its thing. It turns out that gravity is everywhere, and I mean everywhere. There's this thing called mutual gravitation. It's a law that states that all objects with mass exert a gravitational force on all other objects with mass. That means you have gravity, and you're exerting a force on everybody else around you. But don't look around, that's kind of weird. But it's a tiny force, because you are tiny. Well, compared to a planet, not compared to a bug. So over time, the nebula will pull together because of gravity. And in some places, more stuff accretes or sticks together, and voila, you have a planetesimal, the start of a planet. Step 4. Let physics do its thing, and be patient. An odd thing happens when matter comes together because of gravity. Actually, 2 odd things. 1, the nebula starts to flatten, and 2, it starts to spin, just like a figure skater as they pull their arms in and get smaller. Wait a few billion years, and you have a spinning, flat solar system. Step 5. Name your planets, moons, and other objects in the solar system. At this point, many years after it started, you'll begin to see protoplanets orbiting a protostar with a bunch of planetesimals. Proto means early, and planets and stars mean, well, planets and stars. They're not full planets quite yet. They still have to clear their orbital path around the solar system, gathering up all the old dust and gas as they go, which, by the way, is what Pluto failed to do, losing its planet status. And that protostar, it simply needs to gather enough matter that it starts turning hydrogen into helium. This is nuclear fusion, when the sun finally starts giving off enough energy to get the solar system party started. And after 4.5 billion years, you finally have yourself a solar system, where most of that gas and dust has now accumulated into the planets, moons, asteroids, and comets. And there you have it. Those are the steps to forming your very own solar system. And do we know for sure that it happened exactly this way? Well, no, we haven't been watching it for the last 4.5 billion years. But we see it happening in the universe around us, and we piece together the steps the best we can, modifying our explanation as we do more and learn more science. And an amazing example of this science is the Osiris-Rex mission that just went to collect a sample of the asteroid Bennu and return it to Earth, because that's what asteroids are. They're the original planetesimals that never made it into planets, and are therefore frozen remnants from the beginning of our solar system. And it now seems like many of the stars in the night sky may have undergone a similar process and may have solar systems of their very own. We've learned so much, and we still have so much left to learn. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to form your very own solar system. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe.